Hey guys, Wonderhussy here. I'm on my way to the state line to the little town of Prim, Nevada, which is that little tiny outpost you come to when you're driving to Vegas from LA, and it's the first place with casinos. The second you cross the state line, there's a couple casinos, an outlet mall, and a roller coaster. But there's also a ginormous dry lake bed out back behind the outlet mall, and it's one of the most pristine dry lake beds I've ever been to. It's called the Ivanpah Dry Lake, and it's one of the biggest, nicest dry lake beds in the area. Most of the other dry lake beds around Vegas are all tore up because people camp out and shoot fireworks and guns and leave all their trash laying around. And every time it rains, yokels take their trucks out to go mudding, so they're all marked up with tire tracks. But the Ivanpah dry lake bed is pretty pristine because it's closed to vehicle traffic. And I know a lot of off-roaders are probably salty about that. Damn environmentalists! And to be honest, I've been a little salty about it myself because it's such a beautiful dry lake bed. It'd be the perfect place to do photo shoots. But the reason it's closed to vehicle traffic is so cool that it's hard to get too salty about. The reason it's closed to cars is they try to keep it nice and smooth for land sailing. Land sailing is basically kind of like windsurfing crossed with off-roading. Well, I've never actually watched it up close, but as I've driven past on the I-15, I've seen guys out of the corner of my eye cruising around on this giant dry lake bed on these crazy kind of contraptions with giant sails attached, and it looks like they get up to some pretty good speeds. Anyway, somebody emailed me last week to let me know that there's some kind of big land sailing meetup camp out going on at the Ivanpah Dry Lake Bed this week. And they invited me to come out and check it out. So I'm super stoked. I think I might actually get to ride in, well, if not a land sail, and I don't even know what this equipment is called, but I think this guy has something called a Blokart, like a go-kart, but it's blown by the wind, so they call it a Blokart. I'm super stoked, but I'm also a little nervous because, contrary to popular belief, I am not an adrenaline junkie. So, yikes. Hopefully I have a good time and a safe ride. Okay, wow, this is really interesting. I rolled in to meet the guy that invited me, and he's down there. I don't know if you can see that little group. Well, that's where all the Blokart guys are. Come to find out, it's two totally separate classes, I guess you could say. I liken it to snowboarding versus skiers. The Blokart dudes are kind of like the snowboarders, and then the land sailor guys are way down that way, and that's actually the America's Cup of Land Sailing. I'm not kidding. There's actually an America's Cup of Land Sailing. So apparently some of these land sailors have like $100 grand in their rigs. I'm gonna go check out the America's Cup out of curiosity because, man, supposedly they get up to like 100 miles an hour. So it should be kind of cool to get some footage of that. So I'm gonna drive down and check that out while my friend is setting up his Blokart back over here. And then I'll head back over, and one of the other guys very graciously offered to let me drive his Blokart around. Yikes. It's so interesting though. I love learning about all these little subcultures and like the Blokart guys versus the land sailor guys. Like stuff like that is why I will never, ever, ever get bored of this world. Holy crike, it is so windy out here, but for once in my life, the wind is actually positive, because without wind, none of these people would be sailing anywhere. So hopefully the audio turns out okay on this. Holy cow, this is so friggin' interesting. Look up ahead here, you can see a bunch of them tilted up on their, well, I guess they tilt them over like that so they don't blow away when they're not riding them. I mean, that makes sense. But dang, they're big. Man, look at the size of this thing. It's huge. Okay, here's some of these fancy land sailors. I mean, look at this one in the foreground, this white one. That's huge. It's like the size of an actual sailboat. Looks like pretty nice fiberglass. I can see where these things would not be cheap. Okay, now I'm back over by the Blokart crew, and one of the guys is gonna give me a ride on this tandem Blokart. So I get to sit in the back, and I don't have to do any of the actual steering or anything, which is fine by me because it's such a beautiful day today. It would be a shame to break my neck. So what's cool about these Blokarts is they fold right up real small into a bag, and you can actually pack it on an airplane. You can take it with you on an airplane. So they're much more portable. If you look at it, you can see it's hinged, and it'll pack right up into next to nothing. Uh-oh, are we almost ready? Safety first. Who's this? What's your name?
My name is Terry, aka Crash. I'm from New York, Long Island, and on YouTube it's Crash with a Bang.
Crash with a Bang, that's your YouTube channel?
That it is.
Oh, what's your channel about?
Basically, I belong to a lot of clubs.
A lot of clubs?
I kite surf, I land sail, I motocross, I fly drones, I do remote control planes.
You do all that in New York?
I boat, and we have a club at Jones Beach.
Jones Beach, okay.
Yeah, if you want to try land sailing like we're going to do now, you're welcome to come down anytime you want.
Oh,
Just
thanks,
look
Terry.
for Terry's Toy at optonline.net.
Okay.
Or Crash with a Bang on YouTube.
Riding around as Terry's passenger was a lot of fun. But now Dawn, who was the one who invited me out here in the first place, wanted me to drive one of his Blokarts by myself. Okay, wow, I can't believe I did that. I am the world's biggest wuss. I know it might be hard for some of you to believe because I'm always going to all these crazy places and doing all this dangerous stuff, but I am not an adrenaline junkie. So that was actually way outside my comfort zone. But guess what? It was also a ton of fun. I mean, I could have ridden around on that thing all afternoon, especially now that the sun's getting lower and it's just that beautiful golden hour time out here on the dry lake bed. But man, now I'm all excited to go home and edit this footage and make a video. So I better get going. Hey guys, thanks so much for letting me ride in your Blokarts and teaching me the ropes and just being so dang cool. Right. I appreciate you.
Sure, glad to have you. Come again.
Yay!